let's get started. All right, so first of all, let me share with you the stuff that I used to create this, okay? So this is the stamp set that I used, okay? And let me see, this is called Monster Set, okay? So this is the stamp set that I used, and then also the die set that matches the stamps. Absolutely love that. Okay, and then this is the die that I used to create the basket, and I do have a little trick that I want to show you about this, so I'll tell you about it when we get started. Okay, and then also this is another die that I've had of theirs for a while, and I've been dying to use it. I'm dying to use my die. Oh, okay, it's too early in the morning for that. All right. So this is this adorable die that I put on the front of the basket. And then this, now this is going to look a tad bit different. And when we get started, I'm going to show you why. But this is such a cool stamp because it is a tree stamp and it covers a whole card, okay, a whole A2 size card. So it looks a little bit different here because, again, I altered what I did with the stamp. So I'm going to show you what I did here with that in just a minute. Okay, so these are all the stuff that I used. This is called Creepy Trees, by the way, guys. Okay, just so you know. And then this die that I'm using for the basket is the small basket die. Now, I do know that Impression Obsession does have a larger basket die, but I have the smaller one. Okay, so let me get those out of the way and then show you. Okay, now, when I said that I had changed the die a little bit, what I did with it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, but I wanted to show you the size-wise here. This is the actual size of the basket, okay? You can see the difference, right? Because this is up about 1.5 inches taller because I wanted my basket taller and I didn't have the larger one, so I just adjusted the die, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So, you know, this is just a simple way that if you have a die that you're using and you know, maybe it's not the right size or, you know, something like that, you can, in some cases, adjust them. So I'm going to show you how we did that. Okay, but this is the actual size of the basket, and this is, let me see, I put the measurements down. This is 3.5 by 2.5 inches. Okay, so stop. Okay, so 3.5 by 2.5 inches. That's the size of this one. And then the one that I did is, that's about 3.5. So it's about 1 inch taller. Okay. So let's get started first by putting the basket together. All right, so what you're going to do, you're going to start, okay, you're going to start by cutting out 4 pieces of your pattern paper, okay? Now, as you can see, I have a different pattern paper because I didn't have the same one, so, you know, I'm just switching it up some. But it's the same exact basket, and I'm doing it the same exact way. Okay, so you're going to cut this out 4 times, and I like when I'm doing baskets and stuff like this, I like having my double-sided paper for actually 2 reasons. One, because a lot of times you can see the inside of the basket, so I want to make sure that it looks pretty cool on the inside too. But also, I also like the stability of a double-sided pattern paper, you know, because it's just a tad bit thicker. And so it'll give you a little bit more stability on your basket. Okay, so what you're going to do, cut these out 4 times. And then what I did was I just took my trusty little ruler here and I went a half an inch up from the bottom. Because what you would normally do is you would turn this down because it's got a fold mark right about here. So you would turn that down and you would get about half of these. Okay. So for mine, what I did was just marked it, okay, a half an inch, just like that. Okay. And then I just folded it over. Okay. Now, obviously, because you are going to alter the basket if you're going to do it like this, obviously you're going to have to put a bottom on that. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. And then to make it easy, what I did is I just lined them up and then folded them over together. Simple, simple. You know, no fuss, no muss. Just making, making it as easy as possible. All right, so you're going to do that on all 4 of your sides. Okay, fold that over just like that. Okay. So now you've got them all folded. So now we're ready to put it all together. And there is fold signs here on the tabs because this is how you're going to adhere your basket together. So you're going to have fold signs on the die. So we're just going to fold those over. And then we're going to start putting the basket together. And you'll see how quickly you can do this project. It is really, really fast. So if you're having like, a party or, the kids are having a Halloween party, which in my house, Halloween has always been a big deal. My kids have always had parties and, things like that growing up. Now my grandkids. So, we always like to do all kinds of different fun things for our Halloween parties. Okay, so once you have those folded over, then we're just going to take some glue here. And, yep, I knew it was going to be clogged. Okay, so we will just open it up a little bit. Okay, let's grab a paper towel here. There we go. All right, and then you're just going to take your glue and adhere all of your sides together. So you're going to adhere the tab side to the plain side of the next piece. Okay, just like this. So what I like to do, what makes it easier for me, is I kind of put it together like this until my glue dries. And then I fold it back. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around with each piece. Again, with your tab side going against the straight edge of the next piece. So you definitely want to make sure that you don't put 2 tabs together because then you're not going to have anything for your next piece to hold on to. All right, so we've got those. And then, whoops. This is what happens when you're in a hurry trying to do things quick, right? Okay, and then we have this last piece. Okay, put this one right here. Okay, there we go. Make sure that holds on. Okay, and then last but not least, you're going to glue this last piece. All right. So now you have the basket. You've got all of your sides put together. Now, as I said, because I did alter the die a little bit, in the die itself, obviously, it has a bottom on it like this. Okay, so because I altered it, then what I needed to do from here was to just create a piece of paper, or pattern paper to put over that. So what I did was I just cut a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 square, right? And that fits right on top of there. And then I just adhered the bottom pieces together. And then I put that little tab, that little other extra piece, then I put that right on the bottom there. And then what you're going to do, just to make sure that everything is glued well, is we're going to flip the basket over here. There we go. Okay. And we're going to glue this last little piece on. I'm just going to glue it right around the edges here. Just like that. There you go. Okay. And then once that's on, then you're going to flip this over. Okay. And then just take your ruler, or whatever you've got handy around, and then just kind of press everything together to make sure that it all sticks. All right, I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good here. Okay, so see, there's the difference in the size of the basket, as you can see. Okay, but that's just if you just want something that's just a little bit bigger than what the die is. Okay, so once you have your basket put together, then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to stamp out all of our fun little things, little creatures and stuff that are going to go here inside of our basket. Okay, so these are the cute little adorable little ghouls here in the stamp set that I just stamped with the different colored ink pads on white cardstock. Very, very simple to do. Okay, and then you're going to do with these, grab my little sticks here. And then while I'm doing that, let me plug my glue gun in real quick, because I forgot to do that ahead of time. So just give me 1 second. Okay. Let that heat up for just a second there. Okay. So while that's heating, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so what I did, as you can see, I stamped them, and then I used the die cuts and cut them out. Okay, so then I'm going to put them over here for a second. Now, the tree, as I showed you with the stamp itself, and I hope you can see this. I'm going to take it out of the package just so you, well, here. I think you can see it pretty good here. This is what it actually looks like. Okay, so what I did was I took this huge stamp and I stamped it on a piece of white cardstock with my black ink. And then what I did was I started cutting the two trees out. Okay, as you can see here, there's actually three. So what I did was I cut this one out, and then I cut this one out, this side, and then this piece right here I just threw away. Now you don't have to, you can save that for, something different, but I didn't need it, so I threw that part away. So then what I did was I took my scissors and I started cutting around all of the pieces. Now, when you look at this, there is a lot of detail in here, so don't freak out and think, oh my gosh, there's just tons and tons of, too many things to cut out. This is a spooky looking tree, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just, take your scissors and just kind of, you know, cut them out. Leave some of the white on there. It doesn't really matter because, as I said, this is a creepy tree, so it doesn't have to be, cut out perfectly. Like, when you fussy cut, you would normally, like really cut out all the details and all of that. I did not. I just kind of went around on some of the areas and cut some of it out, and then some of it I left. So again, this is going to be, how you want it. Now, if you want to take the time to cut out all these little pieces, then, by all means, have at it. That would be cool to do, just sitting in front of your TV one night and just, cutting trees out if you were making more than one. But I didn't want to do that. So what I did, as you can see, is I took them and cut them both, and then I put them together to create one tree. Adorable. And this stamp is so cool because if if you use it the way that it was meant to be used, you can make some awesome cards and stuff that way. But this was just something that I wanted to add inside my little basket, and I knew that the whole piece was not going to fit. So I needed to come up with, another idea of how it was going to work. So I cut them out, as you can see, and then just adhered them together. So then, once you do that, Impression Obsession has this brand new set of eyeballs that they just came out with. I absolutely love these. They come in all different sizes. And they're so, I was having so much fun with these. And so what I did with this, then of course, was I took a few and I put some on my tree. So I put like, whoop, there went one. Okay, so I put like a couple here, right? And then I took some more and I stuck some up here. So you're just going to take, just a few of these little eyeballs and then just put them right in different places on your tree, wherever you think, it's going to look the best. I'll show you on mine once we're done here. Okay, so I just added a few of the eyeballs on my tree, and then I also went and did the same thing with my little ghouls, because these are just too cute not to use for these guys. So I just picked out a few of them that I thought were going to match pretty good. And again, you're just going to take some glue here and put them on each of your little monsters. And that just gives them, to me, it just gives them a little extra character. Especially this guy right here, because he's got these big old eyes. And then he also has these tiny, tiny ones too. So I thought those were just really cute. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple more to this guy. Just so you can see how absolutely adorable this is. Okay, and then we're going to put some more right here. Okay, so we've got, like I said, there's all these different sizes in here. So you're just going to grab, whichever ones that you like and plop them down. And then I added these smaller ones here. And then they have little tiny, tiny, tiny ones, which are really small. And those, I used my little pickup stick for. Okay, so we got one there, and then I added another one over here. There we go. Okay. So again, what I did was then I just finished them all and I put eyeballs on all of my little characters here. Okay. So then to finish up, which is why I needed my glue gun. Okay. I just took some dowels. These are actually skewers. Okay. And they're like the 10-inch ones here. They're this size. And so what I did was I just kind of broke them in half to use. And then I just started applying them to the back of my little guys here. So we're just going to glue these onto the back. And then that's how you're going to put them all in there. And then, of course, one for this, one for the tree. Okay, so this one we're going to put right about there. Okay, so now once you have all of these done, then you're ready to put your basket together. Okay, I'm not going to finish these guys out because you can see what I've done. So what we're going to do from here then is take some of this raffia, paper raffia stuff, and then you're going to stuff it in there. And then you're just going to start adding your pieces. Okay, and then before I forget, one of the things that I did before I put my raffia in was I took some ribbon. Now on my finished one, let me show you real quick on the finished one. On my finished one, I used this spider one that I absolutely loved, but I only had that little tiny bit. So what I did was I just took it and I just ran it around all of the holes all the way around my basket. So you want to do that first before you put your raffia in. And then go ahead and start filling your basket with your stuff. And then to finish it off, what I did from here then is I stamped, I'm going to show you the finished one. I stamped up my little sign over here that says Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun. Stamped it on a piece of white cardstock with black ink, and then I just added it to a piece of pattern paper, and again put it on a dowel and stuck it in. And then down here, this is where I die cut the boo, as you can see. Well, here, I'll show you with this black one, because I also did one in black. So you've got this, and then the little spider that goes to, that's also in the die set. And I just adhered that to the front of my basket there. Okay. And then the last thing that I did, and I thought this was kind of interesting, and I want you guys to check places out like this when you go into your craft store. I found these little swizzles, these little swizzle things. I don't even know what else to call them, right? But I found these in the baking part of Michael's. And I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so cute to just add a little bit of fun to the inside of my basket. So they come in little packages, just like this. And then you just plop them in. So, so cute. But, you don't think to look in different places like that, for your craft stuff. I mean, if you're doing paper crafts, you're not going to, think to look into the baking department to see if you can find supplies for one of your projects. But this was just absolutely perfect. Just to add just a little bit more fun. And then what I did was I took some candy and I sprinkled the candy, inside the basket with the candy corn. And that's how I put it all together. And then you can see here with my little tree here, all of the little eyeballs that I put on him. And then at the very top up here, I just added, there you go, now you can see it. I just added a little sticker that I had that I thought was kind of cute. And so I just added that on top. But yeah, that's it. That's how you put this basket together. Quick and easy. And, this is something that would be great to do with the kids. They would have a whole lot of fun putting them together. The only thing that, you want to be careful with is the glue gun. But other than that, they would have a real blast creating these. Okay, so let me grab my mouse here and we're going to switch cameras once again. Okay, there we go. There I am. All right. So see, wasn't that easy? It was just a quick and easy project, but so much fun, and wouldn't it just be adorable all over like a little party table? You could use it as decorations. If you want to make smaller ones, you could use it as, little goodie bags. You could put little handles on them for goodie bags for the kids to take with them, whatever. So, so cute. So cute. Okay, so let me stop real quick and see. Okay, let me look to see. All right, I don't see any questions, which is good. I think I will definitely. Oh, I see that Lisa popped in. Hi, Lisa. Yes, it has been a while, girl. I haven't seen you for quite some time, so I hope you're well. And Gina, hi, Gina. There she is. I was wondering where you were, girl. All right. So again, I'll go over everything to see as far as questions or whatever. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. It really is a lot of fun to put together. And as I said, it would be a great project to do with the kids too. So don't forget, Impression Obsession is our sponsor for this week. So they are giving away a $25 gift card, which will be announced next week. Okay, so make sure that you like, comment, and share my video here. Hashtag Bella Crafts. Okay, don't forget that because that's like really, really important. And share on all of your, all of your sites, all of your Facebook groups that you belong to. Share on all of them as long as you're allowed. You don't want to upset any of the moderators if they don't allow that kind of stuff. But if they do, share it on there and let other people see the fun stuff that we're creating here, which I think is awesome. So that's it for me today, you guys. I will be back next week, same time. I'm going to be here for a month, so I'm excited about that. Yay! I really could use the R&R. And then hopefully, God willing, Anne's going to be feeling much better next week, so she'll be here next week. And we're going to be sharing some fun stuff with some of her products. So that's going to be a fun one also. So until then, you guys have a awesome week. I will see you all next week. And don't forget to take some time to craft because it's good for your soul. It really is. All right, you guys. You guys take care. Have a great week. And I will see you all next week. All right. Take care. Bye.